Hi everyone. So it's Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you are enjoying the day.
Actually, it's not Valentine's Day, but by the time we release this, it will probably be Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So we're just sort of jumping ahead.
Anticipating that it will be Valentine's Day. And I hope you all have some nice plans, or if not, have a relaxing, happy Valentine's Day.
So we're actually out at Golden Ears Park once again. I think the last time I was here was actually in November. Mickey was away and I came out just for an overnighter, and that's actually what we're doing this weekend. We came in yesterday and we hope to get in a hike today. Now we've been, as we said in the last video, it's been wet. I think the rainfall is something like 140 to 150% of normal for January, so it's been very, very wet.
Yeah, the last time we had a good stretch of weather was November sometime.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe the last time Gordon was here.
So we came out, we've been desperate to get out. So last weekend we tried to come out to, I think it was Sasquatch Park, which we've been to before.
Yeah, it's near Harrison Lake.
And so we headed out there, but there was heavy rainfall. There was rain pouring off the cliffs along the road. And we get there and there had been a significant landslide and the road was closed. So we turned around and came back and decided to come to Golden Ears Park, and it was the same issue. Here they'd had significant washouts because of the flooding. Roads were closed. So basically last weekend was a drive and returning back to our bricks and sticks. So this weekend we were supposed to have 3 days of sunny weather, or at least Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we headed out here yesterday.
Yes.
Got in the sort of middle of the afternoon, stopped at a great little spot on the way here that we've driven by a couple of times. It's the, was it Alouette cheese?
Yeah.
We'll have the right name in the video.
Yeah, we'll have the right name.
It was a really pleasant little place, and we went in and I had some lunch and Mickey had a couple snacks, and it was really enjoyable. Then we headed out here to Golden Ears. Mickey went for a walk. She was reluctant to get out on the water on a reasonably cold day.
It's too cold.
So I went for a paddle, and what was so exciting about going for a paddle on this lake again is that the water levels are like 30 feet higher, or 10 meters compared to normal. And we'll show you some scenes. So all the beach, where we've got pictures of us walking on the beach, and stumps and things that are around the lake, completely covered by water. So it was kind of fun to paddle because it's like paddling a different lake. The creek that we've actually paddled down was actually a bay now, so it was kind of fun to just paddle up this bay and paddle up what used to be the creek. Anyway, it was a beautiful day. Weather was nice. We got some nice scenery. And then we settled in for dinner.
I just made a simple dinner of packaged pasta, which is easy to make because you don't actually have to throw away any gray water. You just add water and it'll just cook up. And I'll show you some clips of the dinner which we had. It was nice and simple.
We were hoping to have a fire, but we forgot to bring any firewood, and usually the park managers come around, but they didn't last night, so we haven't paid, and we weren't able to have a fire, so it was an early evening for us. There was a beautiful moon, and you could see the moon actually through the trees behind us on the lake, so that was beautiful.
And also this morning we had some oatmeal in a cup, instant oatmeal, and
it's actually a fairly decent tasting instant oatmeal.
Yeah,
actually.
so that was really good. And just wanted to note also that the campground is so quiet this morning and so peaceful. It's really hard to believe that we're just outside an urban center and we're just surrounded by trees. It's quiet. There's only a few campers kind of dispersed all around the campground.
Maybe a half a dozen over a very large campground.
Yeah, so you can't really see anybody here, and it's just yeah, peaceful and quiet and nice. And I was saying to Gordon this morning that I wish we had this as our backyard, and then I realized that we do, because we can basically come here if we wanted to every
weekend when it's not pouring rain.
Yeah, so yeah, it's nice to be in this environment. It's nice to have some peace and quiet and away from the urban sprawl, and you don't have to drive very far to get here.
Yeah, and it's not too cold. It's around, last night it got down to around freezing.
So we really battened down the hatches in the van.
All the insulation, the windows.
Actually, we had double blankets.
Double blankets at the back to see if that made any difference. And I don't know if it did.
We sleep in a couple of sleeping bags, and they're really, really super warm. So
right now it's probably about 1 degree Celsius. So we're all bundled up in multiple layers. If we don't look like, we haven't gained a lot of weight over Christmas. It's just a lot of clothes.
Yeah, lots of insulation.
So today we're hoping to get out and do a hike on one of the trails nearby. I'm not too sure how far we'll go. There is a significant amount of snow in the mountains. We'll probably hike just, if the weather stays okay, and it looks a little cloudy despite the nice forecast. If the weather stays okay, we'll hike up onto one of the ridges. Otherwise, we'll just enjoy what will probably be more of a forest hike. Parking lot's actually closed because they're doing some construction and probably fixing some of the road damage. So we're heading over here. The parking lot, of course, is empty. Just us. We're heading that way eventually. So we're here. I'll scoot up here to Alder Flats, which is about 6K. Mountain shelters here and the peaks there. I think today we'll probably only get somewhere in between. And I have to turn around and come back. Left their hat and looks like a bag of some food here. Not sure why.
I remembered to put the veggie ham in Gordon's sandwich, but I forgot to do that in mine, so I only have cheese. It's a vegan sandwich with vegan mayo. Tomato, tomato and cucumber.
Alright, so we didn't get as far as we were hoping today. In part, the trail conditions are a little slippery, so we were going a little slower. We're probably about 7 to 8 kilometers from where we camped, and we're about maybe 6.5 kilometers on the actual trail. But we got a very nice spot for lunch. It's kind of our view.
Gorgeous.
We were hoping to get sunshine, that was the weather forecast, but you can see that didn't happen, although there's a little bit of blue to the south of us, so if we have a good chance that we'll hike down and then it'll get sunny. We weren't going to go very far, hopefully up on the ridge, not as far as you can see here, but the ridge behind us, but if there was a lot of snow, we were going to turn around regardless. If we were going to go snowshoeing this time, I think we would have headed out towards Manning Park. We actually looked at going out there, but the highway cam yesterday still showed a fair amount of snow on the road, so we decided not to. So we've had lunch, we've got a gorgeous view and no one else around, so it's actually really nice.
There's a few people up here though.
Yeah, no one as far up as we are. They're just down in the meadow, and they turned around, a number of people with some dogs, and then we came across some trail runners. But we have this section all to ourselves, as far as I can tell.
For now.
For now. Probably just some people on the way out. Anyway, we're going to turn around shortly. We have to get out. The park gate closes at 5:30, so we're going to have to hightail it back to our campsite and get in our van and head home. But it's been yeah, a nice couple, well, I guess I was going to say a nice couple days, but it's been a nice
overnight.
Been a nice overnight. We got a nice paddle in yesterday, or I got a nice paddle in with some sunny weather. Mickey got a nice hike in, or a nice walk. We got a pleasant enough hike in today, and I have to come back here. We've actually been up to Golden Ears, the peak, which is back over on that ridge in the clouds, but not at this time of year. Usually it's either summer or a very late spring trip.
Had a great hike. A little tired and sore because we haven't hiked for quite a while.
Yeah, basically over the whole holiday period, though we stay fit, but a bit longer day. It was cold too. It was only about 2 degrees all day, so I don't know what happened to the sunshine that we were promised,
yeah.
But it looks like it's more likely going to rain or maybe even snow.
Yeah. So we ended up not having to pay for our campsite. Maybe next time we come, we'll just let them know that we didn't pay.
Yeah, no one came around, and
yeah.
actually we talked to one of the parks fellows, and
morning.
he was doing maintenance, and they didn't seem to be too fussed about it. So
he just said his boss was coming later in the afternoon, and that was that. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't had a chance to do so already. So thanks very much for watching, and
until next time.
We'll see you next time.